Welcome back, everybody, to the Joey Osborne Show. I'm your host, Joey Osborne, here with the biggest lowdown in news and sports this week. And today we have a special episode here for the NHL trade deadline. Officially has now ended, so the craziness is over. So let's get into some of the stuff that happened today. First, we're going to talk about some of the old big trades that happened earlier in the week here, but we did also mention that in the previous episode. So I'll keep that mainly brief and stuff here. And just getting more is like what happened today. So what happened today, first here, so we're going to talk some like more of the important ones here. So one big one here, the Minnesota Wild acquire Oscar Sunkist, so a former Penguin from the Detroit Red Wings for a 4th-round pick. So good move by Minnesota. I can personally tell you this guy's got a lot of speed, and I'm a really big fan of his. I kind of wish the Penguins would have gone after him. But yeah, no, definitely he's got a lot of great speed. Good pickup by Minnesota. I like that. They're going to get a nice help with the forward, and that'll definitely help the bottom six out a lot. So good job in Minnesota on that. I like that. At Detroit, got a 4th-round pick for him, but seeing how some of the other guys have been getting a lot more, I think you could have got a third for him. Like, Brock McGinn got a third. Actually, no, I'm kidding. No, Brock McGinn got traded for a player who's actually a player. And we had to give up a third, but yeah. Let's see what else here. What we got. Okay, so the Calgary Flames acquired Drayden Hunt from no one, apparently. Okay, I'm on Sports Now right now, and it has, like, one of no one there, so that's odd. Alright, so here, this is the big one here that really happened today. Jordan Greenway is heading to Buffalo. He's been traded from Minnesota Wild for a 2023 second-round pick and a 2024 5th-round pick. So, yeah, that's a good trade. I think Buffalo wins this one pretty good. They needed some help definitely on the forward end because they have a very young team. They need some help bottom six-wise. Jordan Greenway is very young, and he will help out with the forward court, whether he's in the bottom six or the top six. He will help him out immensely. That was a guy the Penguins probably should have tried to go after. They did not, but yeah. Definitely, good move with Buffalo. I like that. Minnesota, they're in a weird spot. I think it's a good move, and they did get Sundqvist later, so that does help them out here, with concern about, like, the forwards position. And they are one of the better teams in the Western Conference, but there are some players that they can't sell off because they're not going to be able to get back, and that was one of them. And they got a good haul for Greenway, I thought. I think the 2nd-round pick is what he's worth, and that was a good haul for them. Next up here, we got the Penguins here. They made a move. All right, so this is the new one that happened most recently. I'll get into the other one soon here. But the Penguins acquire Dmitry Kulikov and from the Anaheim Ducks, and the Ducks acquire Brock McGinn and the Penguins' 3rd-round pick. But it does not have what year the 3rd-round pick is. I'm going to see if I can find on my phone here because they already did tweet that, so I'm going to see here if we can find what the heck that's for, what year it was. I think it's 2024. Yeah, so it's a 2024 3rd-round pick, so that's good. It's okay. He gets rid of McGinn's contract. That's the good thing. And Kulikov's not bad. He's a decent defenseman. He should help out if they need help, really. He should be some help, so that's good. Yeah, that's really what I have to say. I think it's a decent trade. Next one here, San Jose Sharks. They traded they acquired a 4th-round pick for Vladislav Namestnikov. That's a weird one. All right. But Namestnikov, he's going to the Jets. I was surprised he actually got traded because a lot of us didn't think he was going to get traded here at the end because they would demand a draft pick, and no one actually thought. I didn't think they actually would get that off. San Jose did, and it's an okay one. It's not anything bad, really. Yeah, but okay, this one. Yeah, I guess we're gonna go that one then, because that's the next one. That's one more here. All right, so next up here we have the Detroit Red Wings. They made another trade. They traded Jacob Verona to the St. Louis Blues, and they get a 7th-round pick in 2025, and they have to retain 50% of Verona's salary. This is a dump off just because Verona just really was not a good fit in Detroit, and they just needed to get rid of him. It seemed like that's really what this is. This is nothing more than just a dump off. I feel like they should have got more for Verona because I think he should be a third or 2nd-round pick, but he wasn't going to play for him. They just had to get rid of him. So, and everyone knew that. So, like, that was probably the best they were going to get because everyone knew, yeah, he's not going to play for you guys. Like, you have to trade him or you're, just losing for nothing. So, like, you at least get something instead of getting nothing. You know what I mean? So that's, yeah, but I like that for the Blues. I think they're going to get some nice young old pieces here. They just, picked up Kapanen in the weekend. They got Verona. These are two guys who can be very good if they're used correctly. But, that is something we have to just wait and see on, really. But, yeah, definitely some interesting stuff going in that way. Now, here's the other one, Penguin one. We all woke up to this morning, which happened in the middle of the night last night and then got confirmed this morning. And it's a three-way trade, all right? So, the Montreal Canadiens, they acquire a fifth-round pick in 2024 from San Jose, Tony Sund, a defenseman from San Jose, and they retain 50% of someone's salary. I'll say who it is in a sec here. The San Jose Sharks acquire a conditional fifth-round pick 2024, seventh-round pick 2023, and Arvord Henriksson. And the Pittsburgh Penguins acquire Bonino, Nick Bonino. So Nick Bonino is heading back to the Steel City, and Montreal retains 50% of Bonino's salary, which I think it's like a $2 million. So he's only going to get paid $1 million for the Pens. So that's nice. I actually do like this move for the Penguins. This gives them a good fourth line center option with, of course, Archibald still working his way back, and Bonino always did well in the Pittsburgh Penguins system, but he didn't really do that good in the other places he went. But, when he was with Pittsburgh, he did very good. He was one of the best third-line centers we've had probably in a while, actually. Like, in recent memory, he's probably the best one we had. And, I think definitely getting him back is going to help. It'll be nice to see what he can do for the Penguins, and maybe we can get some more Bonino magic. Definitely. I like the move for the Penguins. San Jose, it's fine, yeah. They weren't going to get much from him anyway. Canadians, not bad, I'm a little surprised they agreed to take off 50% of Bonino's salary cap, but they got Tony Sund afterwards, so that works. But instead we had a three-way trade there. That was a little confusing. Next up here, this happened last night, so I didn't really cover a lot of last night's ones, but we're going to just do that right now here quickly. Dallas Stars, they acquire Max Domi and Dylan Wells, and the Blackhawks acquire Anton Kubinin and a second-round pick. Honestly, I think this is a win for the Blackhawks. I think the Blackhawks win here. They get the goaltender from Dallas, Dubby. If you know his nickname, he's nicknamed Dubby. So, an Anton Kubinin. He has a lot of potential. I like him. He's on the older end, but he is a good goalie. I think he's a good, solid backup option. I'm surprised the Pens didn't go after him, but I like him as a pick. And then Max Domi, that should help Dallas a decent bit. I think that'll help them with their depth. They are trying to really go for this year. I don't know if they will, but if they are, at least they definitely probably are trying, and I think that will help them out. Let's see here. All right, next one up here. This is the Edmonton Oilers. They acquire Nick Bjugstad and Cam Dineen, and Arizona will get a third-round pick 2023. Michael Kesselring, and they retain 50% of Bjugstad's salary. So, actually, I think it's an even trade. I think Nick Bjugstad will help out the Edmonton Oilers with the bottom six. I like to pay up Sam Cam Dineen. He'll do well for the defense. Third round pick Arizona. I think that's a good haul. I think they got a good haul on that. Yeah, I think that's a pretty even trade. So let's see here. Next up here, this is one of the other big ones here. The Vegas Golden Knights acquired Jonathan Quick, who was just recently traded to the Blue Jackets. Didn't even play a game for them and got traded now to Vegas to be the backup goaltender there. It's kind of a loss for the Blue Jackets. They have to retain 50% of his salary, and they only get a 7th-round pick, and he never even played a game for them. And they had to trade Dorkov and Calypso for him to begin with. So it's kind of it's a losing which one, but they weren't going to get anything much in which one anyway. So at least they get something. Next up here, Arizona Coyotes. They got Jacob Voracek and a 6th-round pick in 2023. And the Blue Jackets get John Giles. I like Jacob Voracek in Arizona. That's a good move for them, and we'll see how that goes for them. Next up here, this is the big one we had today. Yesterday we had Boston Bruins acquired Tyler Bertuzzi from the Detroit Red Wings. Detroit gets a first-round pick in 2024, a fourth-round pick in 2025, but they have to retain 50% of Bertuzzi's salary. Honestly, I'm being honest with you, I really like Kyle Bertuzzi, but I think this is a win for the Red Wings. I think that first-round pick is going to come in handy. Because here's the thing of Boston. They're really good this year. They are the best team in the league this year, but they have a lot of questions right now, and I don't know next year if they're even that good. That's my thing right now. This is so old, you just don't know. They got Pasta back and stuff now, but you have to wonder here, like, it's gonna finally decline here soon. It's just when it does. I thought it'd be this year with the downfall, but it can happen very quickly. A lot of their great players are very old right now. So this is something that can happen pretty quickly that they fall off here. So that's something to watch out for here, really, when it comes down to that. Now here's the Penguins one. One from last night, that's a little nightmare. No, 2 nights ago, that was a little nightmare. Like, he played good last night, but they overpaid for him. They should not be paying his whole salary, but we are, and Von Hextall needs to be filed. But other than that, yeah. Penguins acquired Mikael Granlund, and also gets a second-round pick. No salary retained, and they really should have been, but Hextall can't get that at all because he can't get Chychrun, and then he can't get Nashville to retain salary on Mikael Granlund, who's 31 years old and gets paid $5 million. Nashville wins this easily. They got a free second-round pick, and it's worth it for Nashville. Let's see if there's any big ones. Teddy Blue got traded to Vegas. Penguins get Peter Del Borte, prospect who's a defenseman, and the third-round pick 24. Penguins got a good haul there. I like the move. I'm going to see Blue will go, but he was going to be gone anyway. Let's see here. Alright, so I'm going to skip up to like what we've all had happen so far. So this is that I've covered. So this is the last two that I haven't covered yet. Jacob Chychrun, he goes to Ottawa, and Arizona gets a first-round pick in 2023, a second-round pick in 2024, and a second-round pick in 2026. And Ottawa wins this easily. Arizona should have gone way more for Chychrun than they didn't. They should have just manned up and retained the salary and just gone with what the Pens would have given them, because the Pens would have probably given them 2 first-round picks. But no, Arizona is run by a clown, and they can't do anything right. Heck, even also LA would have given 2 first-round picks and a nice defensive prospect, yet they didn't accept it, which was crazy. Like, I don't know what the heck Arizona is doing right now, but they were a disaster. And I think the NHL needs to finally intervene here and say, you need to knock it off here. That's getting ridiculous. Like, that's just an embarrassment to the league. Like, they play in a college hockey stadium. It's 5,000 people. Arizona Coyotes are an actual embarrassment, and something needs to be done. Like, they're more embarrassing than Hextall is right now. And if you're a Penguins fan, you know how bad Hextall is right now. Yeah. But yeah, I think this is the other. I got 3 more I haven't done yet. So, Vancouver Canucks, they acquired Philip Hornick for a first-round pick, and from Detroit, and Detroit also got a second-round pick, 2023, and Vancouver gets a fourth-round pick in 2023. Good move by the Red Wings, I think. Yeah, they get a nice first-round pick. It's the Islanders one. I know that was a fact. Yeah, that's a good pickup for Philip Hornick. I know he's a young guy, but he's not like it's any spectacular. That's like it's a big deal. He's gone, but yeah, no, definitely. I think it's good move by Detroit. Vancouver, I don't know what the heck they're doing here. Like, they were supposed to sell and they didn't. Like, best when JT Miller was still on the team, so I think that's off season now. But it's kind of a disaster. Like, I don't know what Vancouver's doing, but they they should be rebuilding, but it just seems that they're very, iffy right now what the heck they're doing. And this is got 2 more we haven't done here, and the first one here is another Arizona trade. Carolina Hurricanes acquire San Gostisbehere. Arizona gets a third-round pick, 2026. Carolina wins this easily. Gostisbehere should have been worth a second, and they get a third out of it. So, good move there. In Arizona, another disappointing move. Like, they just didn't get the return they should have. And I think that's a lot of the GM just being stubborn about retained salary and stuff like that. Next up here we have the Colorado Avalanche acquired Lars Eller from the Capitals, and the Capitals get a second-round pick, 2025, and they retain 41% for Eller's salary. Honestly, that's a win for both teams, because the Capitals, they get a nice pick. They can use it to draft someone, or they can use it to trade off to get another asset, because they're trying to rebuild their core of some young players. Colorado gets a good, solid third line center. I think he was the best third line center out there. I think that's someone a lot of teams were targeting. Yeah, no, that's a good move. And I think that's all the ones I actually have covered. I've already covered the other ones in the previous video. If you see episode 12, I already covered them when I was talking about the Penguins possibly getting best one, Chikrin, which didn't happen. But yeah. No, so big winner here, I would say, trade deadline wise, is Nashville. They got a great haul for a lot of their good players. They got a decent amount of draft picks. I like what they got, and it's gonna be interesting to see what they can do with all those picks. They were able to get a lot of teams to pay a lot higher price than they should have for players. I know, the Penguins were one of those teams, but Tampa Bay also did it. There were multiple teams who did it. It wasn't just the Penguins who got fleeced by them. But yeah, no, they're definitely big winners. Another one is the New York Rangers. They're the other big winner. I see. They get Patrick Kane and they get Vladimir Tarasenko. However, I do have some questions here with the team. Patrick Kane has had a pretty down year this year. He just has not been himself. I know he's in Chicago. It wasn't Chicago there, but still. There's a lot of questions on Kane's front because he is up there in age too. He's younger than Crosby and the guys, but he's at the time he shouldn't be. It shouldn't be a concern, but it is kind of right now. So you do have to watch out on Kane. I'm not sure how that goes. Blackhawks are total losers. They did not get enough for what they gave up. They did not get a good enough return, especially the Kane one. They should have got first round picks plural, and yet they only get a second round pick. They didn't get any top prospects, and they had to retain 50% of Kane's salary. It's just craziness. I don't know why the heck they accepted that from the New York Rangers. They really should not have. But it is one of the worst trades I've seen. And Chicago, they might want to rethink who's in charge, in my opinion, if that's really what they got to trade Kane for. That was the face of the franchise. You trade for a second-round pick. And, let's be real, the New York Rangers were, after him like a watcher. They really wanted him. I guarantee you they would have given up first-round picks. So I don't know why they didn't, but yeah. Another big loser here is Arizona. I think they're the other big loser. They could have got so much more for what they were selling off, yet they didn't. Just saying, they could have traded Chikrin someplace else and they could have got more out of him, yet they didn't. There's a lot of disappointment on that front because I expected them to get a decent haul, draft pick-wise, from what they were selling off. They did not. They got a pretty disappointing haul. And yeah, they had better offers than they took Ottawa ones because they didn't want to retain salary, which I thought was on better point. Just retain the salary and get more. If you can get more by retaining salary, just do that, But they decided not to, and they don't get as good of a haul, and I think they just lose the trade deadline. That's just my opinion. The Penguins, they were a mixed bag. They made some decent moves today. I thought that helped out, but 2 nights ago that was an overpay, and they lost out on a couple guys there. So I'm just gonna say they're not a winner or a loser. They're more of a loser than a winner, but they're not insane. Oh yeah, you were totally destroyed. It's just it's more just disappointment because you expected something big from them, and yet they didn't do anything other than trade a second round pick for a guy who shouldn't have been worth that. But hey, that's Nashville being smart. Yeah, no, but I'm trying to think of what else. I think that's really mainly just sweating winners and losers. Oh, I forgot one more loser. Ooh, Vancouver, buddy. What are we doing here? You were supposed to sell off and you didn't. JT Miller and Buck Best were still there. They tried to get some done with the Penguins. Didn't happen. Just didn't have enough time to get it done. I'd expect something to happen in the offseason. So Penguins fans, I would watch out for JT Miller or Buck Bessel. I think one of the two, if not both, will head to Pittsburgh at some point here. Personally, I want Bessel. That's what I want. I'm not a big JT Miller fan just because he has an insanely high cap hit. But yeah, no, definitely a lot of things to watch out for just overall. But yeah, no, a lot of disappointments. But a lot of insanely awesome trades. I think a lot of teams, they made good pickups. And yeah, this was probably the most of an NHL deadline I've ever seen. Last year was kind of slow. The only really big ones I remember was Raquel was the big one for Penguins, but other than that, there wasn't anything that big. You know what I mean? But this year, it was just a little trouble. Just everything was getting thrown. Jonathan Quick got traded. No one thought he'd get traded. Kane's not on. The NHL is completely different now. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, No, but a lot of interesting things. I already did some rankings on how I think teams are, like some power rankings. So if you guys want to go check that out, I just posted that yesterday on the YouTube channel. It's a good video. I think there's a lot of interesting stuff I say in there, and I also do go off a little bit on Hextall there too, because someone needs to. But yeah, no. But if you like this video and you watch on YouTube, please comment, like, and subscribe, and tune in for more NHL content on the way. And if you guys are listening on Apple Podcast, Spotify, Amazon Music, and Google Podcasts. Thank you guys for listening into the show again. I hope you guys continue to tune in, and we're going to have some more fun because we're nearly to the draft here for the NFL, and I'm going to be having a lot of bunch of stuff about that. Like, we'll be having some mock drafts and stuff here soon. And also, MLB season's coming up, so expect a lot of MLB stuff coming out pretty soon here as well. But yeah, no, thank you guys for listening or watching, and can't wait to see you guys in the next episode.